I woke up with a lingering sense of unease after what I saw at Fushimi Inari. By mid-morning, I found my way to a small tea house near the shrine. A cozy spot with tatami mats and just enough sunlight filtering through the paper screens to make the dust motes dance. I spotted Miyuki huddled at a corner table, her posture stiff as if she were bracing for bad news. I slipped off my shoes and walked over, setting my camera bag by my feet. The room smelled faintly of roasted green tea and an undercurrent of tension. Miyuki looked up the moment she saw me. Relief flickered in her eyes, or maybe it was just curiosity. I couldn't tell, but one thing was clear. We had a lot to talk about.
Hey, am I late?
Nope, I just got here. You okay? She tried to maintain a polite calm, but I could sense her nerves humming under the surface. I sat down across from her, the tatami creaking under my weight, and placed my camera on the table. I'd never been one for small talk, especially when a wooden scroll case with a mysterious crest was fresh in my mind. We each had a cup of tea, the steam curling upward like a silent signal of what was brewing between us. So, the crest on that scroll. What's the story?
It's my family's emblem, passed down with our secret green tea cultivation method. My grandfather guarded a scroll that detailed everything: how to grow, process, and legally protect it. After he died, the scroll disappeared, and now...
She let out a slow breath before answering, as though deciding how much of the truth I was ready to hear.
Someone seems to be selling it on the black market. Our tea is famous enough that big corporations, or worse, would pay any price to control our method.
She paused. Even though she tried to keep her voice steady, her hand trembled slightly against the teacup. I remembered the two shady figures I'd photographed at Fushimi Inari. I flipped through my camera, finding the shot of them passing that carved case. My stomach knotted when I saw the crest again. It felt like we were dangling a piece of evidence that could get us both hurt if the wrong people found out. I caught them exchanging what looked like a scroll at the gates. If that's your family's document. Before I could ask more, the paper door slid open. A tall detective entered, mid-40s, rumpled suit, no tie. He walked in as if he owned the place, took one glance around, and zeroed in on us. Without an invitation, he settled on the tatami across from Miyuki.
Takahara-san, so you're still investigating your missing document, and you must be the foreign photographer who keeps turning up in interesting places.
I felt an immediate jolt of caution, but he didn't seem hostile, just tired. I introduced myself, carefully leaving out any details I wasn't ready to share. Word does travel fast, detective. He leaned in, arms folded on the table, eyeing my camera with thinly veiled curiosity.
I've been watching certain black market circles. Mind if I see what you caught on camera?
Miyuki's knuckles whitened around her teacup. I could see the conflict in her eyes, a mix of gratitude for his help and fear of what we were getting into.
That carving matches old records of Takahara family relics. This is more than enough to open an investigation. But let me be clear, whoever's behind this theft won't hesitate to protect their investment. If they realize you two have evidence, they'll come after you.
He slipped a business card onto the table, his face grim. Then he mentioned rumors about Arashiyama, some hush-hush meeting at dusk maybe. He didn't have proof yet, just a lead.
We just want the scroll back, detective. It's our legacy.
I understand, and I'll do everything I can to recover it. But I strongly advise letting me handle the danger, off the record, if necessary.
He left as abruptly as he arrived, sliding the door shut behind him. The tension he brought stayed in the room, lingering like a stale perfume. Miyuki looked at me, her anxiety still simmering. For a moment, we were both quiet, processing what Sakamoto had said. So, what do we do now? She fiddled with the edge of the business card on the table, brow furrowed.
I can't just wait around. If they move fast, the scroll will be gone for good. My grandfather kept it safe all his life, and I can't fail him now.
I felt a sudden rush of protectiveness I couldn't quite explain. Maybe it was the photographer in me, always chasing the real story. Maybe it was something about her determination, the quiet strength behind her anxious eyes. I get it. I'm in this too deep to back out now. If there's a way to stop these people, I'll help you. Besides, we've got evidence they clearly don't want floating around. She breathed out, relief flickering across her face, and nodded. We agreed our next step involved digging up any clue we could about that rumored meeting in Arashiyama. For a moment, neither of us spoke. We just sat in that tea house, the steam rising from our cups like a fragile symbol of hope and danger. I couldn't shake the feeling that we were poking at a wasp's nest. But if we didn't, Miyuki's family legacy would vanish into the shadows, replaced by someone else's greed. I'd come to Kyoto for photos, but I was staying for the truth. This city hides more than just temples and old markets. It hides secrets, secrets that people are willing to kill for. And we were about to chase them straight into the heart of Kyoto's darkest corners.